mentioned the groups that are maybe like you said, like the little more adult training that's regimented. We're coming in here, we're checking the box, or we're a little more militant with how we operate. And then the groups that just like, I played tennis in high school and we very much just played. I didn't touch a weight till college. So, I know how that is. But do you think even for those groups, those people in general, whether they're an athlete, a member of the general population who's like, I want to come in, I want to get my butt kicked, or I want to like, I want to see the XYZs of what I'm doing. I don't like the surprise of play. Like, do you think those individuals still need a little like to interject some of that stuff into their training?
Yeah. I'm glad you said the word militant, because I think like Paul, and I've had conversations with Paul Cater about this, is like you have like youth sports, like ages 13 to 16, and there's a very like there can be a very play-like aspect to that movement, but then you might have military come in and they're very regimented, and that's kind of what they expect. Write the workout, let's get it done, like protocol. And that's kind of something I've been working with, is we have play versus protocol, but both have a place. And I think that's what we tend to do a lot of times, is we say, oh, well, it's either one or the other. And it's not necessarily. But I will say, I do work a few times a year. I work with military trainees, people who are getting into or going into special ops. And I do a lot of it's like running coaching. I work with Jeff Nichols there. Jeff's awesome. And so it's interesting because this group is there because they are going to be it's going to eventually be very protocol oriented. But what I found, and they still love doing play-based work. And for them, I like using play because play represents the highest intensity things can get. Because you can, like when we do run training, we can do all the running and the drills and even the laps. But to be honest, there's always always going to be a general regulator there, because you're much more conscious of the fatigue that's being generated. Where as soon as you're in a game, everything changes. The stimuli now dictate what your body does, and parts of your brain get shut off. And then all of a sudden, you're like, man, this is so much harder even than maybe the repeat sprints or long sprints that we may have been doing. Now, for some athletes who really take it upon themselves to run hard and they don't have the limiter, they can get where they would be in a team sport. But for a lot of athletes will never get to the level of conditioning and heart rate and that spike doing running that they would actually playing the team sport. And I see that all the time, even coaching children. Not that I would ever have children run like for laps or stuff. That would be silly. But like if I said, hey guys, run these laps and I'm timing you, they would probably complain or wonder why we're doing it, and maybe start out sprinting and then start walking or whatever, But the moral of the story is they will work far harder playing a game. Like we played freeze tag the other day, and I didn't bring all my cones to practice because somewhere in my garage, and it's been really dry here, so the lines on the field aren't very solid. But anyways, we opened up the space to the whole field for freeze tag, and usually it's real small. So these kids are running all over the place, and they are working so hard. Like they might as well have been running repeat 200s, but to them, they are processing it so differently. And again, I think that's just where you have to experience the play side to see that processing and see the heart rates. And people will tell you this, they hook up athletes to heart rates even during ultimate frisbee versus conditioning, and what you're going to see. And so again, to a lot of strength, it's like, okay, well, athletes are already getting that in their sport. We see this. And so, yes, okay, like but I think you need to really fully understand that to make more sense of what do we do outside of that and how do we approach it.